What are you at, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Lycos, and in this video we're going to be continuing on with our No Man's Sky New Start playthrough. And this video is going to mainly be focused on base building, and we're going to be building our base just outside of our new settlement that we found in the last episode. Now this is the 8th episode of this playthrough. I've gone over most of the basics that you need to know to make the most out of your No Man's Sky playthrough. There is a new update coming up for No Man's Sky really soon, probably on the same day that this video releases. So most likely I'll be making plenty of videos on that update really soon. But right now, let's get into the base building. First off, we're going to be going to the Anomaly to pick up a whole bunch of building blueprints. The vast majority of your building blueprints can be bought here on the Anomaly for salvage data, and you can also get some really cool building blueprints at the Quicksilver vendor as well. But I've picked up the majority of blueprints that you can get here on the Anomaly so that I can give you a really good idea of the amazing things that you can build in No Man's Sky. Now we're going to start building back at our settlement. If you're wondering how I was able to place down my base computer at the settlement, you can't put your base computer down in the middle of your settlement, but if you go a ways outside, you can place your base computer down and then you can build all the way into the settlement. I think this spot is pretty cool. I've got plenty of flat space just outside the settlement. Now to give you just a taste of some of the things that you can build, I've built 3 different little houses here using 3 different building types. But I do think it's pretty cool that we can build a bunch of little houses all throughout our settlement to turn it into a much larger town. And there are tons of decorations that you can get to make your buildings look even better. I really like to build and decorate these little houses to expand my settlements and to give them a little more character. Right now I want to show you guys a really quick and easy way to build in No Man's Sky in order to make a huge base that looks amazing using the prefabs. It's a really cool and fast way to make a huge classic looking space outpost. These kinds of bases really have a great classic sci-fi look to them. I love building with these prefabs and then connecting them together using the hallways, placing down some landing pads for my ship. I like using a lot of glass, especially if the base has a really good view. You can really quickly build a huge and amazing looking complex using the prefabs in No Man's Sky. So this is the base that I managed to put together. I put it together fairly quickly, but I really like the look of this one. You can get very creative with this kind of base building and build some amazing bases. Now of course you are going to need quite a few materials, but the materials that you need are usually pretty basic. Now as for the glass, there is a blueprint that you can get to be able to make glass, but a much easier way of getting a ton of glass is to just have a refiner. You're going to need some silicate powder, which is probably the easiest resource to get in No Man's Sky. Put that into the refiner and it will make glass for you. So as I said, most base building materials are going to be very easy for you to get your hands on. You can gather them up yourself, or there's a lot of them that you can just buy from the galactic trade or pilots that are on the space station. A couple of other good tips for base building is when you're building to use the free camera. This can sometimes make it a little easier to place down objects and to get a better view of what you're building. You can also use the free placement, which allows you to build objects pretty much anywhere you want. And using this, you can even build floating bases. I personally think that No Man's Sky base building is absolutely amazing. It's the best base building that I have ever experienced in a game. Whether you're building a sprawling city or just a small fishing hut, the building system in No Man's Sky is a ton of fun. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you guys got some good information out of this beginner series. Hit the like button if you want to help the video out, and as always, stay where you're at and I'll come where you're to. Later everyone.